Welcome back to SEO Core Fundamentals, where you're learning the skills to master search engine optimization. In this video, we're going to be diving deep on your competitors. Now, we want to size up the competition, okay? So if you want to win in SEO, we really need to see who's there and how to kind of tackle and figure it out. And the competition is going to really give you some great insights to figure out how to win in the SERPs, okay? So who's your real competition? I don't mean like if you've got a camera company or a printer or a product or t-shirts and you go Walmart, or no, that's not your real competition. Who's your real competition? Who's the competitors that are online, that are doing some successful work, that look more like you? That's who your competitor is, okay? Who's your real competitor that looks more, if you can identify, yep, they look like me and they're doing a little bit better than me, that's your competitor. And what keywords do they rank for? We're going to look at this right now. We're going to look into the competition and see what do your competitors rank for, and what links can you also acquire. Generally, if your competitors are getting links from some resources, you can also do that as well. And then what content that they have looks like yours, that you could do better. Do they have videos? Do they have articles? Do they have a blog? What is the thing that you can identify? Now, we're going to use SEO Power Suite right now in a demo here to kind of use Rank Tracker to see if we can figure out some competition. And we're going to look at the SEO SpyGlass tool to kind of make a list so that we can study deeper. And then we're going to kind of look at content that we can model and also make a list of some backlinks that we could potentially go after as well. So join me over in the Power Suites, kind of do some of that initial competitor research. Okay, so here we are in Rank Tracker, and this is a great tool to dig a lot of information from our competitors to see how we can rank better for our sites. The easiest way, there's a couple of ways that you can get more competitors from this tool, and the easiest way is just to click on Preferences, click on Competitors right on the top, and if you already know competitors, that you can go ahead and put those in here. But this is a great way to take keywords that you've already kind of come up with, or that it's come up with for you, and click Suggest. And so I like to get rid of any of the junk words that may not be related here in this, that I already got my name. And then I'm gonna let it look and see if there's any competitors based on the keyword. So this is gonna go out and do its magic, and it's gonna look at the keywords, it's gonna see and suggest who are the competitors based on this keyword. So I'm just going to go ahead and take these top 5 because it looks kind of something that I'm familiar with. So I'm going to click Finish on that. And now I have my top 5 competitors. And so here's our window. We've seen this before. And so what I'm going to do is kind of use our handy dandy tool here, get rid of the Yahoo ones, click OK. And then what you'll want to do, and I'm going to be real quick here. I got a good eye. And then I'm just go here and kind of pull this out where I can see it a little bit, and then always click that button right here, and that's going to go ahead and pull down all the rankings for the keywords that you have in your rank tracker. So once that does that, that's going to kind of give you a set of data that from this point forward, as you keep pulling data down, it's going to keep tracking your competitors now. So that's why you want to keep adding competitors that you find. And so this is one way, again, so it pulls it down, then you want to click that. Now the second way that I use to get competitors is right here from the rank tracking, and click on the keyword. So any of the keywords that you click on, you have this window down here at the bottom. And so you want to click on SERP analysis and then click record SERP data. Okay, so any of the keywords that you want to record the SERP data and the tracking, you'll want to go ahead and do that. And as you can see, our competitors showed up in the SERP for that, because that's what we use as a keyword. And this will help you find any other competitors. So you can see all the searches that showed up under that particular keyword. And so we can look down and go, Bridge North, that looks like that could be a competitor, and then we'll go ahead and add that one. Dream Doors, is there any more? This Kitchen Vision, that looks like that could be a competitor. And then you could go each one of your keywords and check the rankings and do exactly what I just did there and find more. So, you know, there's some gaps here that I'm seeing. Dream Doors and Bedrooms, we'll want to add them. And so that's kind of how we can go in. And now you see we got 3 more competitors over here. We will just click on our little button right here and go ahead and grab the rest of the rankings for that. So that is the second way, is right here in rank tracking. You can click on the keyword and then see the SERPs and see potential competitors right there. Now, you've already seen this particular way. You click on your particular domain and then you see a bunch of other competitors show up. But what I like to do is click on my competitor. So I like to click on competitor, and then from here, a great thing that you can do is get their competitors. So who do they think are their competitors? And as you see, we're there. They're saying we're a competitor. And is there any that I missed? So what you'll want to do is you'll want to look at your competitors to see who could be competitors of theirs that you may have missed. Now there's a bunch of cool little things that you can do over here. These little hourglasses will click right into their keywords. So if you want to also get keywords from your competitors, you can do that here as well. Now, so we're still looking for competitors. So put your competitors in there, you'll find other competitors. Topic competitors, that's taking the keywords that's up here in Rank Tracker and putting them down here to see who is kind of competing with us in the topic. So if we're looking at fitted kitchens, that's kind of one of the main keywords that we're looking at here. And then click search. It's going to basically show me who are the topic, who's ranking for this, and then what their keywords are. So I've got topic competitors for fitted kitchens, and then if there's anybody here, I can go ahead and just add to as a competitor for an easy way. And we're also going to use this to show you how to do gaps as well. But for now, this basically is just showing you kind of all the people on the topics. And so for each keyword that you may have, you want to pop that in there. The top pages, this is basically once we have the URL or once we know the competitor, then we can put this in here. And this is a really great spy tool to tell us all of their top ranking pages. We can also scarf up some good keywords doing this as well. So we see Kitchen Telford, that's their top keyword. That's where they're getting some traffic. This one has, looks like links, so 43 links to that particular page. And so this kind of will show you. And then the other thing that you can do, this is kind of their top page. We can click in and see more keywords, and we're already tracking, they're already ranking against pages we are. But then we can easily go through and see bedroom design Telford. We're not tracking that, but we want to go ahead and track that through bedroom. I don't have the keyword, so you want to create a new group and then click OK. And so that's now going to track it and move it back up. And anytime again you go ahead and add a keyword or something, you can go ahead and click this, and that'll go ahead and capture and the rank data for everybody associated with that keyword. So we got the top pages. So you want to put in your competitors once you find them into the top pages, and then the topic is kind of going to give you the topics. And then the next thing that we want to do once we have the topics is if we're writing for this particular topic, or if our page is for this particular topic, we want to see if there's any gaps. And to do that, all we do is we take our topic keywords, so like fitted kitchens, and this is going to show us the top content. And again, if we're writing content for this, we're looking kind of at the top 10, and we're going to want to see, and we're going to want to compare the keywords that they're using. This is kind of how we use some spy data here to figure out, make sure that we're putting in the keywords that they're using that we may not be using to get us more relevant and get us more searches and go after some low-hanging fruit. So all we do here, so if we're going into keyword research, we have this little gap module here. And this kind of just lets you put the URL in. If you just wanted to see what gaps were between you, we did this in the keyword research, and the competitor itself, this will show you some gaps here. But if we're wanting to see gaps between content, then we can come in here in this topic area, and we can put in the topic and see like this particular content, and right click on the arrow so that we can capture the content specifically. And then we're going to add that in here as content. So now before I click search, I'm going to go grab a couple more. So I'm going to come down again. We're looking at topics, and is there any that matches fitted kitchens? And so I'm kind of looking to see. So this says fitted kitchen, so I'm going to grab that. I'm not copying all columns, just copying competitor, coming back up here, just doing the fitted kitchens. And if I just click those two alone, and now on our drop down is competitor keywords, any keyword but not your site. So it's kind of looking at our site. Now if we're creating a new page or have content, we could put our site there to kind of see what's on theirs but not on ours. And what I like to do is kind of see, is there any unions between the two, and that kind of tells me what content that I need to put on my page. So a lot of these, there could be a particular company that's not related to the others, and that's why when you're in here and you're picking, you want to make sure that you're picking the correct, like this one, let me see, this one may give us better data. You want to pick the correct one to be design buildings, may not be correct for your data here. So that could also hinder your information. So if we just click that, that'll give us possibly correct keywords. And we're looking again for unions to see if there's something in this column and this column that's related, and that way you can see a keyword that maybe you may be missing from your data. And that's a way of doing the keyword gaps. Now another cool way of doing this, and again, hone in on your content. You can see kind of competitors that everybody's using and not you. You can hone in a little bit better there, and you can find these from the topic competitors here. And again, honing in on finding out what their good top content is also fun to do. As I said before, like if we grab even, let's just for fun, grab this content, go back over to top pages, paste them and say, what is your top content? Okay, look at this. So that's the top, that most of their traffic looks like it's coming from that main page. We can see some of their keywords, but this lets us kind of hone in on what are those 50 keywords that they're ranking for this top page. We can just click that button, and that again goes right here to any keywords. And as we can see, I would just sort this by searches, so I can see, is there any gaps I may be missing? Kitchen Shrewsbury, yeah, I should be there. They're ranking in number 38, but why not go for it? So literally, again, we should put this in kitchens and not bedrooms, but we would basically grab that keyword and throw that in rank tracker. And again, whenever you're rank tracking, come up here and just hit that and then come back. So that's how we're kind of honing in on that. Now, a great tool as well for your competitors as we're moving through the tools is TF-IDF. Now, how do we use this particular tool? Is we want to put our topic keywords, so like fitted kitchens, again, like we're still using fitted kitchens, and if we click that in here, this is now going to tell us what we're using this for. If we're building a fitted kitchens page, is going to tell us what our competitors have on their page. Meaning it's going to group them up together, and it's going to say, this is what we're finding for that keyword. And so that's basically going to tell me and help me build a list of the keywords that I need to use to rank for that particular page. So we're going to give this here a second, and then we'll come back to this. And as you can see from now we have the data down, we can see that everybody is using kitchens, homes. These are definitely keywords that have to go in your page. Okay, so and that's allowing us to look number of competitors that are using these words. So we can kind of look and see, are there words that 3 competitors are using this. Like, so if we want to be relevant for this allows us to see what percentage of our competitors are using privacy policy or kitchen project in their term. This allows us to kind of hone in and figure out what those keywords that we may want to punch in to our project a little bit. So that's using the TF-IDF tool. Now, after we do that, so we basically found our domain competitors by looking at other competitors. We looked at the topics that they may be doing by looking at the competitors. Then we looked at the top pages based on the keywords, and then we honed that in using our keyword research module, as well as looking at the term frequency module as well. Now, the other thing that we're going to do, especially when it comes to competition, is to make sure we understand when they go up and when they go down. So if they get better than you or they outrank you, we want to see that movement on a regular basis. And we do that right here through rank tracker. And right now we're starting a beginning rank. Okay, so this is day 1 as we're tracking this, and then over time you're gonna track a little bit more, meaning you're gonna have more data that's going to show up once you start tracking it a little bit more, and then over time you're going to see that data. Let me go ahead and check this, because I think that there's data that could possibly show multiple days, but on certain days you'll see multiple days. But basically what you're looking to do is see all of your competition and double check and see when they go up and when they go down. So if they change something, a title tag, if they change content, if they add more content, if they change their URL and do a backlink or whatever, you're going to want to see, as compared to your keywords, when your competitor goes up and goes down, when they cross over you, when they don't. This little line right here in this progress graph is showing you when the algorithm changes are. So you can kind of double check and see right in the SERPs here, or right in the progress planner here. Let me go back. You can see in this progress graph, if I go way back, you'll see these algorithm changes. So you can see core updates. So if we go into the future, kind of this would show us where things are ranked right now. And this over time will blend into a chart that looks like this, and that will show us the popcorn. It'll show us them going up and down, and then when you see them go down, then you know, oh, they did this, I shouldn't do that. If you see them go up, then you want to double check and look at their content, do a content analysis, and then the last thing that you want to do for that is we're going to use another tool to jump on over, and that's called SpyGlass. Now in SpyGlass, so once we see the jumping, once we see the bumping in our SERP analysis, we want to see what's happening, what's going on. Now, how we see that is through the historical data. So we can easily go in and we can pop in our competitor right in this window and click search, and it's going to give us historical data. So if we see them go up in rank, okay, we're going to want to look and see, did they get a new backlink? Are they backlink building? Is things, if we look at here, we see 21 new backlinks. Okay, so we see this over this March 21. They're really building backlinks, so we can kind of see that. We can hone in and get a little bit more intel to see what's going on. Why are they going up? And we can increase our backlinks, and we can even figure out, and here's the cool thing, doing our competitor research, the best thing we can do is do our domain analysis and put it together. So once you have all of your competitors, you're going to want to go to each one of those, and you basically click add remove, and you'll copy and paste them all in here, and then click OK. And you'll have them, and you can kind of look and see the top end. You can see a lot of data. Now this data is not for the purpose of this, was for the purpose of this is to get backlinks they may already have. And so that's what this tool is going to help us do, is with link intersection. It's going to show everybody here, but then it's going to show everybody who's got the same links. So as many competitors you put here that's related, it's going to show you what you could go get that's related. So there's a lot of directories here that I saw that my client should be in, because if 3 of this is in there, and if I keep scrolling down, like should be in extraordinary home design, you keep scrolling down, you see a lot of different, there's a lot of different directories and things that we should be in based on this. So you're going to want to look at the link intersection of all your competitors and see which links that you can actually go after and help you achieve. So again, looking into your links here and figuring out where you can go. This is what we covered in this video, basically how to find the right competitors. We looked at the content to figure out what we could model. We looked at gaps. We used TF-IDF to figure out the relevance. We tracked the competition so that we could see any opportunities, whether it's backlinks or whether they change content. And then we found backlink opportunities that you could easily go and put in there. So you're going to want to check for the rank fluctuations. And the last thing is to make sure that you capture the data for later usage. It's so easy to get going into the project. And I like to store a lot of the information here, and as long as you save your projects, you're going to get a lot of information here. But it's really good, especially when communicating to clients. They may not have access to here, or communicating to the team, they may not have access to here. It's easy to share spreadsheets and share stuff like that. You want to capture that down. So any of the competitor research information that you're pulling down into, you want to be able to copy that information in. So we want to take any of our top competitors, and again, the easiest way is to copy and click competitor, or click, competitor only, and then you'll just come up here and you'll just paste it right in to your spreadsheet. Now, the thing that I'm capturing in my spreadsheet is content to model. So if I'm looking in the topic area, generally, as I showed you, when you're looking at the topic competitors and you type in the particular keyword that you're looking for and it comes up with content here, you're going to want to do a little bit of auditing on this and see what content looks the best. So you'd copy that to clipboard, and then you would come in here, and potentially if that's the competitor that you're looking at, you would basically put, here's the content to model, and you could say bedrooms fitting. That could be the keyword that was found to that particular content. And the actions could be create a page to match and outrank. And then potentially backlinks, or do a backlink audit on them and see if there's any backlinks that you can go get and outrank that particular page. So this is kind of a way that we want to capture the data into our spreadsheet so that we have it all here and available for us to even copy and paste back into our tools, and or to share this with people that need to know the information. Okay, cool, welcome back. Hopefully you saw some things there that you could figure out how to use in the Power Suite, and so we can use that intel right now to win. And these are the questions that you're going to want to write down, because the right data can help us make the right decisions. Did you find any new phrases when you were looking? Did you write those down? The new phrases or that your competitor is going after. Did you see any new content? Were there any obvious gaps, meaning were there places that you saw that wasn't any content about that you have content on that your competitors weren't providing? So you want to look for gaps. And based on your findings, what should you do next? Is there anything that you saw that, oh man, I should do this? You write that down as well. And are there any ways, and here's what I always like to do, is to partner with your competitor. Is there any way to partner or do some joint things or do an event or anything together that also works? And did you see any backlink opportunities? That's always great to keep your mind on that even when you're beginning an SEO campaign. So hopefully you got a lot out of your competitors. We're going to use that information moving forward. And next up, basically, we're going to dive into the ranking factors that you've been hearing about that'll help you rank on the top of Google. Join me on the next video.